What up, gangsters? How's it going? Apologies for the delay in lessonage. I've been up to my head in adulty, boring responsibilities, getting ready to be a dad, buying groceries, buying diapers, all the fun stuff. But I'm going to be a little bit cooler than that today. I'm going to be looking at the first solo of Jump in the Fire by Metallica. Let's take a look. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first section. Keep in mind that this is quite 16th-y, so I'm going to start from the 6th fret of the 6th string. Keep in mind that we're sort of in G minor. We'll be dancing around the pentatonic quite a lot. I'm going to play the 6th fret, that cheeky B flat note. I'm going to play that for 2 bars using a 16th note pulse. So I'm going to count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 4 notes per count, if that makes sense. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I bring that back to 3 and do the same thing. 2 bars on the 16th pulse. Then I work into this phrase. So what's kind of strange about this is I'm going from a low B flat to a high B flat up the octave, and I'm going to do a group of 6 on the low one and then jump to the high one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do that again. And then the last thing I do is I'm going to do 4 on each. So I'm going to do 2 groups of 6 on both of them and then 1 group of 4 on both of them. So I'll play that again slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look at what we've got from the start now. To finish that off, I'm going to jump back to 3 for another 2 bars of 16th notes. Then I work into this phrase. It's exactly the same thing 4 times. I'm just doing some pull-offs around a G minor pentatonic. A couple of the notes are a little bit cray-cray, but it's essentially G minor pentatonic positioning. So I'm going to do a pull-off from 6 to 3 to open on the 2nd string. And then I'm going to jump to the 5th fret of the 3rd string and pull off 5, 3 open. And we're going to do that group of 6 notes 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the whole first section. So let's do it again relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright, let's have a look at the second section. I want to start off with a flat finger on 3 of the first 2 strings. I'm going to play 3 of the 2nd into the 1st, and then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. Keep in mind this is just all kind of G minor pentatonic stuff. I'm playing 6-3 on the 2nd, and working into this sort of sussy arpeggio, playing 5 of the 3rd and 3 of the 2nd and the 1st again. So I go, so all together. And that's resolving to a cheeky vibrato on the 2nd string on 6. And then I want to play this. So I'm ending by playing 3 of the 2nd string and 5 of the 3rd. So all together. Okay, and that's going to lead into the next section. I'm going to hold that 5, and that's going to bend up a full tone to get us into the next phrase. Alright, So let's go through that slowly. So we've got that bend as a normal note, slurring into a new bar, and delaying into that bend, and I go. So I'm going to start that from 3 of the first string. I've got a quick pull off from 6 to 3 on the second. Then I've got kind of a cross between a dead note and just a quick 5 on the third string. And then I hit it again. It's a little bit more pronounced that time. I've got a pull off from 5 to 3 on the second of the third string, jumping to 5 of the fourth, and then back down to 5 of the third. So all together. One more time, a little slower. Now the bit that I follow that up with is very, very similar, just play it a little bit quicker, and there's a few more notes in there, but phrasing wise it's quite similar. I want to start off with a bend from 17 of the third string, and then do a flat finger covering 15 of the second and the first. At the end of that I'm going to do a pull off from 18 to 15 quite quickly, and then I've got 2 quick pull offs from 17 to 15. So go. At the end of that, I'm going to play 17 of the fourth and resolve that to 15 of the third, and that's the whole section. So that last chunk, and that's the whole thing. Let's take it slowly from the start, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, this next section is a little weird, be patient. I want to start with a flat finger on the middle 2 strings on 3. I'm going to have an open 5th string. It does sound a little bit weird to have this open A ringing over a G minor chord progression, but each to their own. So I've got this at the start. So I've got the open note on the 5th string, and then playing 3 of the 3rd and the 4th string. And I do that again up an octave on 15. I want to do that twice. At the end of the second time though, when I hit 15, I'm going to hit that twice and do a power slide. A power slide is the same as a regular slide, you just got to give it like some emotional testosterone. So it goes, then it works into this phrase. Let's slow that down. So what I've got at the start of that, let's do that slowly. I've got a slight bend on 5 of the 3rd string, and then I'm going to play 3 of the 2nd. Then I'm going to do a pull off from 6 to 3, and then jump back up to 5 of the 3rd. So I go. Okay, then from there, let's slow that down. There's got a bit of a Layla vibe to it. I'm playing 3-6 on the 2nd string. Then I'm going to do a hammer-on pull-off, 3-6-3 on the 1st string. Then I jump to 6 of the 2nd, and then back down to 3 of the 1st string. So it goes. It's very Layla-y, actually. Anyway, so we've got, from the start of that, hopefully that's making sense, and then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm going to do a pull-off from 6 to 3 on the 2nd string. And then I want to play 5-3 on the 3rd. I'm picking that. So it goes. And at the end of that, I'm playing 3 and then 5. And I bend it up and back into a pull-off. So all together. And that's pretty much the whole section. Let's take it slowly from those chords at the start, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Alright guys, last section. Let's start from 5 of the 4th string. I'm going to jump to 3 of the 3rd. Keep in mind we're still G minor pentatonicing. I've got a quick pull off from 5 to 3 from the 3rd string now. And the next part, I'm just working down the G minor pentatonic. So what I was doing there was I was playing 5-3 on the 4th, and then 5-3, and then 1 on the 5th. Let's have a look at what we've got thus far a little slower. At the end of that, I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I got a slight bend on 3 of the 5th. Then I want to play the 1st fret on a B flat of the 5th string, and then jump to the G note on the 3rd fret of the 6th. So it goes. Then back to that B flat note on 1st fret. Let's have a look at what we've got thus far. One more time, a little slower. Then I work into this phrase, which is nearly the same thing 3 times. So let's have a look at what I'm doing there. I'm doing a slight bend on 17 of the 2nd and the 3rd string. Then I just do a flat finger on 15 of the 2nd and the 3rd. Then I jump to 17 of the 4th, and then back down to that flat fingered chord on 15 of the 2nd and the 3rd string. And that's the rough riff that we'll be working with. Rough riff, that was fun. I'm going to do that again. So I've got 2 groups of 4, and then I've got 1 group of 3. So I'm just going to end 1 note early. So I'll show you that again. We've got 2 groups of 4 and 1 group of 3 with that idea. All right, let's have a look at what we've got thus far from the start, and then we'll add the last little chunk to it. Okay, now to finish it off, I work into this phrase. So it's pretty similar stuff we've seen before. I'm starting off on 15 of the 3rd, and then bending 17. And I'm jumping to that high G on the 1st string on 15. And then just working down that scale we're so used to hearing. I was doing a pull off from 18 to 15 on the 2nd string, then picking 17, 15 on the 3rd, and then jumping to 17 of the 4th. So we're going to go at the end of that. Let's slow that down. I'm playing 15 and then bending 17 into a pull off back to 15 on the 3rd, and then emotional bend from 18 of the 2nd. Let's have a look at that whole last chunk a little bit slower, and then we'll do the whole section. So we've got. All right, let's go from the start of the section now. So we had. One more time with some tabs. And that was the first of 2 solos in Jump in the Fire. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Part 2 will be dropping very soon. If you guys could pop a like on this video, leave a comment. Also like my Facebook page, because I'm doing a lot of live stuff now, so you get a chance to talk to me properly, one-on-one, or harass me with a group of people. And also I've just opened a Patreon if you want to contribute a little bit of dollars to the Chris and get a couple of cool prizes along the way. Hope to see you guys soon. Take care.